The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Another one of my favourite releases is Beezwax, Beezwax.
Yep.
Which up until recently, I didn't know that you had like a bit of the production credits.
Oh, you didn't read the back of the record?
Maybe I did at the time.
Yeah, no,
that's
that's understandable. No worries.
Yeah,
no,
I hadn't heard of you or met you at that particular point in time, because I think that came. I mean, when did that come out? Late '90s.
I honestly don't remember. It's I do remember when Adam Bias came to see me, and we connected, and we said, "All right, come over," and he came over, and he catch the train over, and he come to the studio, and we started working on it. And at the time, you know, I had there was a lot of MCs and crews come over to my studio, and you know, they'd smoke a lot of herb, and basically, you know, one thing led to another, and basically the studio changed its name because we call it Rebel Bass, and then it had an AKA name, as in Evergreen Studios. Hence Bias's album Smoke a Lot of Herb, hence Evergreen Assault. That all come from the studio. That's where the name term came from, Evergreen Assault. And yeah, he came in and we started making beats for that. And I actually think the first beat I did for him was The Ripper. I did that. It was pretty easy to do. Yeah, that was good. It actually got him a lot of notoriety, that track. We did all those tracks for him on his album. He came in weekly, caught the train up, you know, he didn't get dropped off or drove sometimes, but yeah, it was good, you know, it was a bit of a mission for guys to come over. And then I started doing stuff with Reason and Pac, and they formed a collective called Centre Road, and then yeah, I was one of their DJs slash producer slash engineer at gigs, and my DJ Cash. And then as it got more busy, and I was more busy in the studio with other artists, I sort of stepped aside from DJing for them and make beats and engineer, but I wasn't a DJ on there, it just ended up being Cash. Yeah, that's pretty much how that went down with those brothers.
So that Beezwax release, did you record and produce the whole thing front to back?
No, I did 5 or 6 tracks off the album.
So do you remember which ones off the top of your head?
Evergreen Assault, Smoke a Lot of Herb, The Ripper, Melbourne Mayhem, I'm not sure. I can't remember all of them. It's listed on the credits on the back, but yeah, there was other tracks too that we didn't release. And then what happened, I was working so much, because I was working a day job as well, and then I was doing this after work hours, and I'd be working till like 1, 2 in the morning in the studio, going to bed, getting up, going to work all day till 5 p.m. And it took its toll on my health. Started to lose a lot of weight, got very sick, developed panic disorder and agoraphobia to the point where I couldn't leave the place. Got very sick, basically, yeah, things went downhill from there. Sort of an ultimatum on my health and my life, so I made the choice to fix my health, and I ended up forwarding Bias's production onto Jase and Prowla to finish the production, and that's how that went down. So. And then,
so is that the last? Is that like the last few bits and pieces that you?
Yeah, there were a few other bits and pieces in between. I was finishing up, but I really had to slow my life down and change everything for my health. And that whole anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and all that, it's still with me to this day. But it's not like it used to be. You know, I can deal with it now. You know, but back in those days, it was never discussed. You know, it was like, what's wrong with you? You know, but and it all for me, most of it all developed from, you know, smoking a lot of herb. But that's what it did to me. Yeah, messed me up. So for me, I just finished off what I could finish off at the time, you know, because I had a lot of other side releases and stuff with other artists in Melbourne and that. Just finalised most of the stuff, and then sort of had to get my health in order. That was it. And then after that, I took a hiatus, then started to DJ a bit, you know, later, a year later or so, and then sort of started getting back into things. But I didn't really get so much back into the studio as far as recording no more. Yeah, it had a big impact on my health, and it took a mental toll on me as well. So,
wow.
Yeah.
The lesson. 927. Oh yeah.